Let's switch to the stars. Okay, you've already mentioned Zach Edey. I can't believe we're like 17 minutes in. Have we even said Caitlin Clark? What are we doing? Caitlin Clark from Iowa, Zach Edey from Purdue, both national players of the year. For Zach, you mentioned the fact that, Purdue lost in that first round, but he got some really great experience on the national stage this summer, playing with the Canadian national team. And then on Caitlin Clark's side, I mean, she's just been on a tear since the season even started. It's like she picked up where she left off, now all-time leading scorer in Iowa women's basketball history. Back-to-back, is that realistic for us to talk about? And either of you go on either side here.
Meghan, you go ahead.
At this moment in time in the month of November, I don't think Iowa has the depth it takes to get back to the national championship game. What made the Hawkeyes so good, and they have been a freaking blast to watch. They had such great inside-out game. Monica Czinano, who was a WNBA draft pick, was one of the most efficient post players in the country. I mean, she never dribbled the ball when she got it. And her and Caitlin Clark were like peanut butter and jelly. She found Czinano in the open floor. Every single possession, there was a post touch. And when you get post touches, it forces the defense to collapse and it opens up so much on the perimeter. So Iowa shooters, you had so many different factors, but it was because Czinano drew so much attention. So you don't have that consistent, really solid big who takes up so much attention on the scouting report. So now teams are going to be able to feel a little more comfortable, double, even triple teaming Caitlin Clark at times. Now, I've been really impressed with how they played against Virginia Tech. I thought that was, I wasn't expecting them to come out like that. Kate Martin's one of my favorite players in the Big Ten just because she's so tough. She's like the person on the team that you hate playing against, but you want her on your team. She's going to do some big things. Hannah Stolke's another one. Sydney Fulcher had like 100 million rebounds in that game. I know as well, but Clark finishes with 44. Can she consistently score? Is it going to take her to consistently have to score 44 points for them to keep winning at a high level? And is that sustainable? We will find out.
What did you see? For me so far in these first couple games, it looked like Caitlin is getting to the rim in different ways. And she's not, and I don't want to use the word settle because she's never settling when she takes those logo threes. Okay. That is a rhythm shot for her, but just her ability to get into the paint because she knows she's going to have that shot if she wants it. Did you see more of that in these first couple games?
I'm glad you said that because yes, watching her, and I was thinking this, Caitlin Clark doesn't get enough credit for her athleticism. Like she's really athletic and she's 6 feet tall. She is quick and she's quick with the ball. Her handles are so tight that she can maneuver so well with or without the ball. I like her attacking because look, the more you attack, the more people are going to come up to you and try to where they're going to back up to give you some space. So she's going to have now room for her shot. I like her ability to attack. I think Iowa does a great job of playing fast. And when she gets the rebound, she's going full steam ahead. Like if you don't stop her at half court, she's going to just go straight to the basket. But she's way more athletic than people give her credit for. And she's really quick with the ball in her hands. I mean, at the end of the day, she's a flat out scorer. That's what she does.
Yeah. So somebody emerging down low is going to be key. Robbie, how does Purdue redeem themselves? And does Zach Edey go back-to-back? Thoughts?
Yeah, I think Purdue is hoping to not go back-to-back on being 1 seeds that lose to 16. So I think that would be a goal of theirs this year. With Edey, yes, he can go back-to-back. And I think he will go back-to-back. Didn't think he played overly well last night, and he had 28 and 11. So he missed a bunch of bunnies and jump hooks that he normally makes. So I look around college basketball and I think who can maybe challenge. And a lot of the guys that are the top players aren't going to put up the numbers that he's going to. I mean, this is a guy that had 8 games of 30 and 10. I had 30 and 10 in one college game, and it took the greatest half of my life for it to occur.
Who was he against?
Ohio State, and then we lost in the second half. So he did that 8 times. And it just was like it was nothing. And led the country in double-doubles. Just a phenomenal season last year. I think his numbers might go down a little bit because I do think the pieces around him are more equipped to handle some of the scoring load at times. Lance Jones has been a really nice addition, transfer from Southern Illinois. Braden Smith seems like he's taking his game to the next level. Miles Colvin last night played really well. You've just got so many weapons on Purdue's team, and that's what I kind of feel like about the other guys that could challenge him. You know, if Tyler Kolek ended up averaging 9 assists a game and led the country in assists, then yeah, maybe he could challenge guys like Armando Bacot, you know, Ryan Kalkbrenner, Donovan Clingan, Hunter Dickinson. Yeah, they're all really good players, but I just don't think their numbers will pass what Zach Edey is going to do. The thing you worry about, I suppose, is like a voter fatigue. You know, I think you see it in the NBA all the time where there should be guys that win multiple MVPs. Shaquille O'Neal would argue this. He would make this argument from his time of playing that, you know what, they just got sick of voting for him. So they gave MVPs to other people. That could be a factor here, but he is set up to have a monster year. And it's because he's just a really good player. And at 7'4", the way he moves is freakish. He runs the floor. He moves his feet. They actually had him switch some ball screens late in the shot clock a little more this year. And he's done a nice job containing the bounce. He's nimble. He's athletic. He rebounds outside of his area, and he protects the rim. You know, he's the most valuable player in college basketball. And to me, it's really not close.
What's going to be hard?
Real quick, for the record, Caitlin Clark will be the MVP again of the Big Ten. I don't know if I made that clear. Yes, no, she will. I thought you meant if Iowa was going to win the championship again. Yes, no, Caitlin Clark will, though, be the MVP of the Big Ten.